asked this group of graduates how they liked their nursing in their first semester, you were guaranteed a response of exciting or I love it. In nursing 2, you may have gotten an occasional difficult or time-consuming, but you were sure to still get a smile. By nursing 3, which I like to refer to as Heartbreak Hill of the Boston Marathon, you were lucky to even get a verbal response. The yawning, tears, and dark circles under our eyes were self-explanatory. By nursing 4, we became alive again, and the thought of becoming a nurse was real and terrifying. There is no denying that this nursing program is the hardest thing that we have done with our lives, but it will forever remain our biggest accomplishment. The 2 letters that say RN after our last name represent countless hours, tears, and a state of fulfillment that can never be taken away from us. Who knew these 2 letters could push you to surpass any limit you ever set for yourself and make you totally insane at the same time? Every person that stands behind me today has sacrificed a multitude of things to be here, in this moment. In a program where you are encouraged to work a maximum of 16 hours a week, many of us worked well over that. Not because we wanted to, but because life and bills did not stop because we were in nursing school. This group of graduates contains students working full-time, parents trying to balance raising a family and finishing this program, graduates of previous degrees, and students that represent 4 different countries, 2 holding dual citizenship. My choice to enter this program came after a personal medical experience that left me aspiring to give back. Had I known that this choice would reshape my values, my outlook on life, and my perspective on what it really means to be a caregiver, I would have done it much sooner. In the last 2 years, we have taken care of patients in their most vulnerable state, their loneliest times, and their sickest days. We have learned how to care for patients beyond administering their medications, cleaning their linens, and monitoring their oxygen levels. We have learned that sitting on the edge of the bed with a terminally ill patient provides more comfort than a dose of morphine. We have learned that hourly rounding on patients reduces their anxiety more than they are aware. And we have learned that being physically present with the family delivers support for a broken heart. These are not skills that you learn in a textbook, but are qualities that you gain through patient care experiences. The assessment skills that Professor Lambert taught us became our building block for nursing, but don't let her catch you loitering on the floor. None of us would be here today if it wasn't for the expertise and the enthusiasm of the clinical staff, and the commitment and motivation of the nursing faculty, and the inclination of the nurse preceptors at St. Vincent Hospital, who took time to show some rookie nurses the ropes. Whenever we find ourselves distraught about the future, we remember Professor Horn telling us, "It's okay, we're not worried." We will never forget all of the times Professor Tees turned her lab office into a mental health office for daily support, Professor Ukpong's laughter at her own stories, and Professor McNeil and Howe's contagious smiles that kept us sane in our craziest days. These are just a few of the many people responsible for shaping us into the nurses that we have become today. All 20 of us have pushed ourselves in individual ways to overcome limits and fears to succeed in this program. All of us have faced times where we thought we weren't going to succeed, but we kept going. Today, the light at the end of the tunnel shines bright as we transition from student nurse to registered nurse. As Florence Nightingale once said, "I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse." Thank you all for being a part of today with us.